Welcome to today's video, everyone. I'm really excited that you are here with us. Today, we are diving into a powerful and timeless philosophy, Stoicism. We'll be exploring 18 hard Stoic truths that can genuinely transform your life. Now, you might be wondering, why Stoicism? Well, even though it originated over 2,000 years ago, the principles of Stoicism are incredibly relevant to our lives today. They offer straightforward, practical wisdom that can help us find resilience, clarity, and peace in the midst of our busy, often chaotic world. Throughout this video, we'll unpack these Stoic truths, shedding light on how they can help you navigate challenges, build inner strength, and lead a more fulfilling life. Trust me, you won't want to miss any of it. So, if you're ready to transform the way you think and live, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Let's get started and uncover these life-changing Stoic truths together. The first hard truth involves understanding that life is suffering. This might sound harsh at first, but it's a core concept in Stoic philosophy. Embracing and enduring suffering is essential. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, had profound insights on this. He believed that suffering is an inescapable part of human existence. Instead of running from it, we should face it head on. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that we should welcome adversity as an opportunity to practice virtue. He advised us to see challenges as a way to build resilience and character. By accepting that suffering is a natural part of life, we can shift our mindset. We no longer see it as something to avoid, but as something to embrace and learn from. This change in perspective helps us become stronger and more resilient. It allows us to maintain our inner peace, even amid external turmoil. So, when difficulties arise, remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Use these moments as a chance to strengthen your spirit and grow as a person. This is the first step toward a more stoic and fulfilling life. The second hard truth involves recognizing that you control nothing but your own mind. This idea is central to the teachings of Epictetus, another significant Stoic philosopher. Epictetus taught that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our own thoughts and reactions. He famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle encourages us to focus on our internal world rather than being consumed by external circumstances. By understanding that our power lies in our response, we can cultivate a sense of inner calm and stability. When faced with challenges, instead of being overwhelmed by what we cannot change, we can direct our energy towards managing our thoughts and emotions. This shift in focus is empowering and liberating. It frees us from the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable and allows us to concentrate on what truly matters, our own mindset and attitude. Next time you find yourself stressed or anxious about something beyond your control, remember the wisdom of Epictetus. Take a step back, breathe, and choose a response that reflects your highest values. By doing so, you align yourself with the core principles of Stoicism and pave the way for a more resilient and peaceful life. The third hard truth involves understanding that emotions are your own responsibility. This is a fundamental aspect of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing that we have the power to regulate our emotional responses. According to the Stoics, emotions like anger, fear, and jealousy are not caused by external events, but by our interpretations of those events. In other words, it's not the situation itself that makes us feel a certain way, but how we choose to perceive and react to it. Seneca, a renowned Stoic thinker, highlighted the importance of mastering our emotions. He believed that by gaining control over our feelings, we can achieve a state of tranquility and inner peace. To do this, we must first acknowledge our emotions without judgment. Instead of suppressing or ignoring them, we should observe them objectively, understanding that they are products of our thoughts. One effective technique for mastering emotional regulation is the practice of mindfulness. By staying present in the moment and consciously observing our thoughts and feelings, we can create a space between stimulus and response. This allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For example, if you find yourself feeling angry because of a comment someone made, take a moment to breathe and assess why you are feeling that way. Is it because the comment challenges your self-image, or because it brings up past insecurities? Identifying the root cause helps you address your emotions more constructively. Another powerful tool is cognitive reframing. This involves changing the way we interpret events to alter our emotional responses. If you are feeling anxious about a presentation at work, instead of viewing it as a potential for failure, reframe it as an opportunity to showcase your skills and grow professionally. By shifting your perspective, you can transform negative emotions into positive, empowering ones. Remember, emotional regulation is not about denying or suppressing your feelings, but rather about understanding and managing them in a healthy way. It requires practice and patience, but the rewards are immense. When we take responsibility for our emotions, we reclaim our inner power and cultivate a sense of stability and resilience that external circumstances cannot shake. Incorporating these Stoic principles into our daily lives allows us to navigate emotional turbulence with grace and composure. So, the next time you are overwhelmed by emotions, pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with your true values. By doing so, you will not only enhance your emotional well-being, but also embody the wisdom of Stoicism in your everyday life. The fourth hard truth involves coming to terms with the fact that death is inevitable. This might sound daunting, but it's a profound and liberating concept in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics embraced a practice known as memento mori, which means, remember, you will die. Reflecting on mortality is not meant to be morbid, but rather to inspire us to live more fully and intentionally. By recognizing that our time is limited, we are reminded to cherish each moment and prioritize what truly matters. Seneca believed that we often waste our lives on trivial pursuits, failing to appreciate the present moment. He advised that contemplating our mortality can help us focus on what is genuinely important, leading to a more meaningful and purposeful existence. This practice encourages us to live in alignment with our values, to mend relationships, and to pursue our passions without delay. It also helps us to let go of petty grievances and distractions that do not serve our higher purpose. By embracing memento mori, we are not succumbing to fear, but rather freeing ourselves from it. Understanding that death is a natural part of life allows us to face it with equanimity and peace. It reminds us that what matters is not how long we live, but how well we live. So, take a moment each day to reflect on the impermanence of life. Use this awareness to guide your actions and decisions. By living with the end in mind, you can make each day count and lead a life rich with purpose and fulfillment. The fifth hard truth involves recognizing that material wealth is fleeting. Focus on inner riches instead. This concept is crucial in Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the transient nature of external possessions and the enduring value of inner virtues. The Stoics taught that true wealth lies not in what we own, but in our character and wisdom. Epictetus, for instance, argued that relying on external things for happiness is a precarious path because such things can easily be lost or taken away. Instead, he urged us to cultivate inner resources like wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, which are immune to external circumstances. Material possessions can provide temporary pleasure, but they cannot offer lasting fulfillment or peace. They are subject to decay, theft, and loss, leaving us vulnerable to anxiety and dissatisfaction. On the other hand, inner virtues are enduring and provide a stable foundation for a meaningful life. Seneca also highlighted the dangers of attaching our happiness to material wealth. He noted that those who chase wealth often find themselves in a constant state of want and worry, never feeling truly content. By shifting our focus from external riches to internal growth, we can achieve a deeper sense of satisfaction and serenity. This does not mean that we should renounce all material possessions, but rather that we should view them as tools, not sources of our worth or happiness. When we prioritize inner virtues, we become resilient to external changes and can maintain our peace of mind regardless of our material circumstances. For example, if you lose a job or face financial difficulties, your sense of self-worth and contentment remain intact because they are rooted in your character and values, not in your bank account. One practical way to cultivate inner riches is through the practice of gratitude. By regularly reflecting on the things you appreciate in your life, you shift your attention from what you lack to what you have, fostering a sense of contentment and abundance. Another method is engaging in self-reflection and personal development. Invest time in learning, meditating, and nurturing relationships that enrich your inner life. By doing so, you build a reservoir of inner wealth that sustains you through life's ups and downs. Remember, the true measure of wealth is not in material possessions, but in the richness of your mind and spirit. When we focus on developing our inner virtues, we create a lasting foundation for a fulfilling and resilient life. So, let go of the pursuit of fleeting material wealth and embrace the enduring treasure of inner riches. The sixth hard truth involves expecting the worst, the practice of premeditatio malorum. This is a key exercise in Stoic philosophy, where we imagine potential future adversities in order to better prepare ourselves emotionally and mentally. By contemplating possible negative scenarios, we build resilience and diminish the shock if they do occur. This practice was advocated by Seneca, who suggested that we should anticipate potential misfortunes in our mind. It is not about being pessimistic, but about equipping ourselves to handle life's challenges with greater poise. When we regularly envision setbacks, such as losing a job, facing financial difficulties, or enduring personal losses, we reduce their power over us. This mental rehearsal helps us to remain composed and rational when confronted with real adversities, as we have already considered and prepared for these possibilities. For instance, you might imagine a critical presentation going poorly, leading you to practice and refine your skills more thoroughly. This way, you're better prepared and less anxious on the actual day. Another benefit of premeditation malorum is that it fosters gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. When we consider what could go wrong, we also become more aware of and grateful for what is currently going well. This dual focus enhances our ability to navigate life with both foresight and mindfulness. Remember, the goal is not to dwell on negative outcomes, but to prepare yourself to face them with strength and clarity. By practicing premeditation malorum, you build a mental shield that can absorb life's inevitable blows, helping you maintain your inner peace and resilience. The seventh hard truth involves understanding that you are insignificant, finding peace in your smallness. This realization might seem unsettling at first, but it is a powerful concept in Stoic philosophy. Recognizing our own insignificance in the vast expanse of the universe can be incredibly liberating. It allows us to let go of our inflated sense of self-importance and embrace a more humble, grounded perspective. The Stoics taught that by seeing ourselves as a small part of a much larger whole, we can reduce our anxieties and cultivate a sense of calm. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the immensity of the cosmos in his meditations, reminding himself that human life is just a tiny speck in the grand scheme of things. This perspective encourages us to focus on what truly matters and to live in accordance with nature. One way to embrace this truth is by regularly contemplating the scale of the universe. When you feel overwhelmed by personal problems or societal pressures, take a moment to step back and consider the bigger picture. Reflecting on the vastness of the cosmos can help you put your concerns into perspective, reducing their perceived significance. This does not mean that your life is meaningless, but rather that its importance lies in how you contribute to the greater whole. Another practical approach is to adopt a mindset of service and cooperation. Instead of striving for personal glory or recognition, focus on how your actions can benefit others and contribute to the common good. By shifting your attention from self-centered goals to collective well-being, you find fulfillment and purpose in being part of something larger than yourself. Additionally, practicing gratitude can help you appreciate your place in the world. Acknowledge the contributions and support of others that enable your existence and success. This recognition fosters humility and a sense of interconnectedness with those around you. Remember, finding peace in your smallness is about understanding that you do not need to be the center of the universe to lead a meaningful and impactful life. By letting go of the need for constant validation and embracing your role as a small but vital part of the greater whole, you can achieve a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. So, the next time you feel pressured by the weight of your own expectations or the world's demands, pause and remind yourself of the vastness of the universe. Embrace your smallness with humility and gratitude, and find peace in knowing that your significance lies in how you contribute to the tapestry of life. This perspective not only aligns with Stoic wisdom, but also empowers you to live with greater clarity, purpose, and tranquility. The eighth hard truth involves acknowledging that others will judge you, learning how to remain unaffected by opinions. This concept is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of focusing on our own values and judgments rather than being swayed by external opinion. It is natural to want approval and to be concerned about what others think of us. However, the Stoics remind us that we cannot control other people's thoughts, and attempting to do so is an exercise in futility. Instead, we should concentrate on living in accordance with our principles and values. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that we should not place our happiness in the hands of others. He encouraged us to detach from the desire for approval and to trust in our own judgment. He famously said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This means that personal growth often comes with the courage to stand by your beliefs, even if it invites criticism or judgment. To practice this, begin by recognizing that people's opinions are shaped by their own experiences, biases, and insecurities, and do not necessarily reflect your true worth. When you find yourself affected by someone's judgment, pause and remind yourself that their opinion is just one perspective and not an absolute truth. Another powerful technique is to cultivate self-acceptance. By embracing your strengths and acknowledging your flaws, you build confidence in who you are, reducing the impact of external validation. Reflect on your values and what matters most to you. When you live authentically according to your principles, the opinions of others become less significant. An example of this can be seen in how you carry out your work or hobbies. If you are passionate about a project, focus on the joy and fulfillment it brings rather than seeking approval. This shift in mindset helps you remain grounded and motivated by your values rather than the fluctuating opinions of others. Practicing mindfulness can also help you manage your reactions to judgment. By staying present and observing your thoughts without attachment, you create a buffer between external opinions and your emotional state. This practice allows you to choose how you respond rather than reacting impulsively. Remember, the goal is not to become indifferent to others, but to prioritize your inner compass over external validation. When you let go of the need for approval, you free yourself from the constraints of other people's judgments and gain the freedom to pursue your true path. By internalizing this Stoic principle, you build resilience against criticism and cultivate a sense of peace and autonomy. So, the next time you face judgment, remind yourself of the teachings of Epictetus. Trust in your values, embrace self-acceptance, and let the opinions of others pass without disrupting your inner tranquility. This practice not only aligns you with Stoic wisdom, but also empowers you to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. The ninth hard truth involves recognizing that constant self-improvement is key, the Stoic commitment to personal growth. This principle is at the heart of Stoic philosophy, emphasizing the importance of continuous learning and self-development. The Stoics believe that personal growth is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reminded himself to strive for progress each day, no matter how small. He viewed self-improvement as a fundamental duty and a path to achieving a virtuous life. By committing to constant self-improvement, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and reason. One practical way to embody this commitment is through daily reflection and goal setting. Take time each day to evaluate your actions and thoughts, identifying areas for growth. Ask yourself questions like, what did I do well today? Where can I improve? How can I improve? How can I be a better person tomorrow? This practice not only keeps you accountable, but also fosters a mindset of continuous development. Another powerful tool for personal growth is embracing challenges and learning from failures. The Stoics taught that adversity is an opportunity for growth. When faced with difficulties, instead of seeing them as setbacks, view them as lessons that strengthen your character. For instance, if you make a mistake at work, use it as a chance to learn and improve your skills. By reframing challenges as opportunities, you build resilience and a proactive attitude towards personal development. Engaging in lifelong learning is also essential for constant self-improvement. The Stoics valued wisdom and encouraged the pursuit of knowledge. Read widely, seek out new experiences, and remain curious about the world around you. This not only broadens your perspective but also enhances your ability to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and understanding. Additionally, surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and learning from others. Seek out mentors, join groups that share your interests, and engage in meaningful conversation. By connecting with like-minded individuals, you create a supportive environment that fosters personal growth. Remember, the Stoic commitment to self-improvement is not about perfection but progress. It is about striving to be better each day, recognizing that growth is a continuous process. Embrace humility and patience on this journey, understanding that personal development takes time and effort. By committing to constant self-improvement, you not only enrich your own life, but also contribute positively to the lives of others. So, take the wisdom of the Stoics to heart and make personal growth a daily practice. Reflect, set goals, embrace challenges, seek knowledge, and surround yourself with inspiring individuals. By doing so, you will cultivate a resilient, wise, and virtuous life, embodying the timeless principles of Stoicism. The 10th hard truth involves acknowledging that life is unpredictable, embracing the chaos with the principle of Amor, Fati, which translates to love of fate, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that encourages us to accept and even love whatever happens in our lives, no matter how chaotic or unexpected. This concept is about embracing life's unpredictability and viewing every twist and turn as an essential part of our journey. The Stoics believed that resisting the natural flow of life leads to suffering, while embracing it with an open heart leads to peace and resilience. Marcus Aurelius exemplified this principle in his writing. He urged us to greet each event, whether pleasant or painful, as an opportunity to practice virtue and grow. By accepting what we cannot control and loving our fate, we free ourselves from the frustration and anxiety that come with trying to force life to conform to our expectation. One way to practice Amor Fati is by seeing every experience as a lesson or a gift, even if it initially appears negative. For example, losing a job might seem disastrous at first, but it can also be seen as a chance to explore new opportunities, develop new skills, or reassess your career path. By embracing this mindset, you turn obstacles into stepping stones for growth and transformation. Another practical approach is to maintain a sense of gratitude in the face of life's uncertainty. Instead of focusing on what has gone wrong, shift your attention to what you can learn from the situation and how it contributes to your overall journey. This not only helps you cope with change, but also fosters a positive and resilient outlook. Additionally, cultivating flexibility in your plans and expectations can help you better navigate life's unpredictability. Rather than rigidly adhering to a specific path, remain open to new possibilities and adapt to circumstances change. This adaptability aligns with the Stoic understanding that life is in constant flux, and our well-being depends on our ability to flow with it. Remember, embracing chaos with Amor Fati is not about passively accepting everything that happens, but actively choosing to love and learn from your fate. It is about finding meaning and purpose in every moment, regardless of how unpredictable or challenging it may be. By adopting this Stoic principle, you cultivate a profound sense of inner peace and resilience, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and equanimity. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, pause and remind yourself of the wisdom of Amor Fati. Embrace the chaos, love your fate, and see each experience as an integral part of your journey. By doing so, you align with the timeless teachings of Stoicism and empower yourself to live a life of courage, acceptance, and fulfillment. The 11th hard truth involves understanding that your actions define you, not your thoughts. The importance of virtue. This Stoic principle emphasizes that it's not enough to merely think or wish. What truly matters is how we act. The Stoics held that virtue is the highest good and that our actions should align with our values and principles. Marcus Aurelius in his meditations, often reflected on the significance of living a virtuous life. He believed that our deeds, rather than our ideas or intentions, shape our character and determine our moral worth. By focusing on our actions, we ensure that our life is a true reflection of our beliefs and values. One practical way to embody this truth is by practicing the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in your daily life. For example, wisdom involves making decisions based on rational judgment and understanding, rather than impulsive desires or emotions. Courage means standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. Justice is about treating others fairly and with respect, while temperance involves exercising self-control and moderation in all aspects of life. By actively incorporating these virtues into your actions, you align yourself with Stoic principles and cultivate a life of integrity and honor. Another important aspect is the practice of intentionality. Each day, set clear intentions for how you want to behave and interact with the world. This could involve simple actions like being kind to others, practicing honesty, and showing gratitude. By consciously choosing your actions and ensuring they reflect your core values, you build a strong moral character. For example, if you value honesty, make a commitment to be truthful in all your interactions, even when it is difficult. This consistent practice helps reinforce your values and makes them an integral part of your identity. Additionally, self-reflection is a valuable tool in aligning your actions with your value. Take time to review your day and assess whether your actions were in harmony with the virtues you aspire to uphold. Ask yourself questions like, did I act with courage and integrity? Did my actions reflect wisdom and justice? This process of reflection allows you to identify areas for improvement and make necessary adjustments. It also reinforces your commitment to living a virtuous life. Remember, your actions are the truest expression of who you are. It's not enough to have good intentions or noble thoughts. You must translate them into concrete deeds. By prioritizing virtue in your actions, you create a life that is not only meaningful but also deeply fulfilling. So, the next time you face a decision or a challenge, pause and consider how your actions reflect your core values. Choose to act with virtue and integrity, and you will be living in accordance with the profound wisdom of Stoicism. This practice not only defines your character, but also empowers you to lead a life of purpose and excellence. The 12th hard truth involves understanding that pain and pleasure are indifferent. Focus on what truly matters. This Stoic principle teaches us that both pain and pleasure are external factors that do not define our true well-being. The Stoics believed that placing too much importance on these sensations distracts us from what is genuinely important, our inner virtues and moral integrity. Epictetus, a key Stoic philosopher, emphasized that our happiness should not depend on external circumstances, including physical comfort or discomfort. He argued that true contentment comes from within, from living in harmony with our values and principles. One practical way to apply this truth is by practicing detachment from sensory experiences. When faced with physical pain or pleasure, remind yourself that these sensations are neither good nor bad in themselves. They are merely external events that do not impact your inner virtue. For example, if you experience pain, view it as a natural part of life and an opportunity to practice endurance and resilience. Conversely, if you experience pleasure, enjoy it, but do not become overly attached to it or let it dictate your action. By maintaining a balanced perspective, you prevent these sensations from controlling your emotions and behavior. Another effective approach is to focus on what is within your control, your thoughts, actions, and attitude. Instead of seeking pleasure or avoiding pain, prioritize living according to your values and fulfilling your responsibility. For instance, if you find yourself in an uncomfortable situation at work, concentrate on doing your job well and acting with integrity rather than seeking immediate relief. This shift in focus helps you build inner strength and maintain a sense of purpose, regardless of external circumstances. Additionally, practicing mindfulness can help you become more aware of your reactions to pain and pleasure. By observing these sensations without judgment, you create a space between feeling and response, allowing you to choose how to act based on your principles rather than impulsive reaction. For example, If you feel the urge to indulge in a pleasurable but unhealthy habit, pause and consider whether this action aligns with your long-term goals and values. This mindful approach fosters self-control and ensures that your decisions are guided by wisdom rather than fleeting sensation. Remember, the Stoic view is not to deny or ignore pain and pleasure, but to recognize their true nature as indifferent and transient. By focusing on what truly matters, your character and moral integrity, you cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment and resilience. So, the next time you encounter pain or pleasure, remind yourself of their indifference and redirect your attention to living virtuously. This practice not only aligns you with Stoic wisdom, but also empowers you to lead a life that is rich in purpose and inner peace. By embracing this truth, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil of external sensations and find lasting contentment in the strength of your character. The 13th hard truth involves realizing that anger is self-destructive. Techniques to manage and diminish it. Anger might feel powerful in the moment, but it is ultimately harmful to both ourselves and others. According to Stoic philosophy, anger is an irrational response that clouds our judgment and leads to destructive outcomes. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively about the dangers of anger, describing it as a temporary madness that can cause us to act against our better nature. He believed that by understanding the root causes of our anger and practicing self-control, we can prevent it from taking hold of our minds and actions. One effective technique to manage and diminish anger is to practice mindfulness. By staying present and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we can create a space between the stimulus and our response. This allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. For example, if someone says something that triggers your anger, take a moment to breathe deeply and observe your initial reaction. Ask yourself why you feel this way and whether your anger is justified. This pause helps you to calm down and choose a more rational response. Another powerful tool is cognitive reframing. This involves changing the way we interpret events to alter our emotional response. If someone cuts you off in traffic, instead of assuming they did it to offend you, consider that they might be in a hurry or distracted. By shifting your perspective, you can reduce the intensity of your anger and respond with understanding or indifference, rather than rage. Additionally, practicing empathy can help us manage anger. By putting ourselves in the shoes of the person who has upset us, we can gain a better understanding of their actions and motivations. This can lead to greater compassion and reduce our feelings of anger. If a colleague makes a mistake that affects your work, try to understand their situation and offer support instead of criticism. This approach not only diffuses your anger, but also fosters a more positive and cooperative environment. Seneca also recommended focusing on the consequences of anger. Reflect on past experiences where anger led to regrettable actions and consider the long-term impact it had on your relationships and well-being. By reminding yourself of the negative outcomes of anger, you can reinforce your commitment to maintaining self-control. Physical activities such as exercise or deep breathing can also help to release the tension that builds up with anger. Engaging in these activities can provide an outlet for your emotions and help clear your mind, making it easier to address the situation calmly. For instance, going for a walk or practicing yoga can be an effective way to de-escalate your anger and regain your composure. Lastly, setting clear intentions for emotional regulation can be incredibly helpful. Each day, remind yourself of your commitment to staying calm and composed, regardless of external provocations. By consciously choosing to prioritize peace over anger, you reinforce your ability to manage your emotions effectively. Remember, anger is a natural emotion, but it becomes self-destructive when it controls us. By applying these Stoic techniques, you can manage and diminish your anger, leading to a more balanced and harmonious life. So, the next time you feel anger rising, pause, reflect, and choose a response that aligns with your true value. This practice not only helps you maintain your inner peace, but also embodies the wisdom of Stoicism in your daily interactions. The 14th hard truth involves recognizing that relationships are temporary, cherishing connections while they last. This concept is central to Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to appreciate the impermanence of life. In understanding that all relationships whether with family, friends, or partners, are transient. We learn to value and cherish them even more deeply. The Stoics believed that by accepting the temporary nature of all things, we can fully embrace and appreciate the present moment. Epictetus emphasized the importance of valuing our loved ones while recognizing that they are not ours to keep forever. This perspective encourages us to nurture and treasure our connections without becoming overly attached or dependent on them for our happiness. One practical way to cherish relationships while they last is to practice gratitude regularly. Take time each day to reflect on the people who bring joy and meaning to your life. Express your appreciation to them through words or action. For example, write a heartfelt note, spend quality time together, or simply tell them how much they mean to you. By actively expressing gratitude, you strengthen your bonds and create lasting memory. Another approach is to be fully present in your interactions. When you're with someone, give them your undivided attention. Listen actively and engage in meaningful conversations. Avoid distractions like checking your phone or multitasking. Being present shows that you value and respect their presence, deepening your connection. Additionally, practice forgiveness and let go of grudges. Understand that everyone makes mistakes, and holding on to resentment can strain relationships. By forgiving others, you free yourself from negative emotions and foster a more positive and harmonious connection. For instance, if a friend disappoints you, communicate openly about your feelings and work towards reconciliation rather than holding a grudge. Embrace the moments of joy and laughter you share with your loved ones and do not take them for granted. Life is unpredictable and circumstances can change unexpectedly. By appreciating the time you have together, you create a reservoir of positive memories that can bring comfort and strength during difficult time. For example, cherish the small, everyday moments like enjoying a meal together or sharing a laugh, as these are the experiences that truly enrich our lives. Another important aspect is to support and encourage each other's growth. Celebrate your loved ones' achievements and be there for them during their struggles. This mutual support not only strengthens your bond, but also shows that you genuinely care for their well-being. For instance, attend your friends' important events, offer a listening ear during tough times, and celebrate their successes with genuine enthusiasm. Lastly, accept that change is a natural part of life. People may come and go, and relationships may evolve or end. By embracing this reality, you can appreciate the time you have together without clinging to the past or fearing the future. This mindset allows you to enjoy relationships for what they are without placing unrealistic expectations on them. When a relationship ends, instead of mourning its loss indefinitely, focus on the positive impact it had on your life and the lessons you learn. Remember, the Stoic approach to relationships is about cherishing connections while understanding they're impermanent. By practicing gratitude, being present, forgiving, creating joyful memories, supporting each other, and accepting change, you can cultivate meaningful and fulfilling relationships. So, the next time you spend time with a loved one, remind yourself of the transience of life and make the most of every moment. This practice not only aligns you with Stoic wisdom, but also enriches your life with deep, meaningful connections. The 15th hard truth involves understanding that adversity reveals character. Stories of Stoics who thrived under pressure. This principle highlights that our true nature often emerges in times of difficulty. The Stoics believe that adversity is a powerful teacher, revealing our strengths and weaknesses and providing opportunities for profound personal growth. One of the most compelling examples is the life of Epictetus. Born into slavery, Epictetus faced immense hardships but used them to cultivate inner freedom and resilience. Despite his external circumstances, he focused on mastering his mind and maintaining his dignity. His teachings emphasize that our character is not determined by our external conditions, but by our internal choices. Epictetus transformed his adversities into a source of strength, becoming one of the most respected Stoic philosophers. Another inspiring Stoic is Seneca, who faced political intrigue and personal misfortune throughout his life. At one point, he was exiled on charges of adultery, yet he used this period to write some of his most influential works. Seneca viewed adversity as a test of one's character and an opportunity to practice virtue. He advised embracing challenges with courage and wisdom, seeing them as a means to strengthen our inner fortitude. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, also exemplified thriving under pressure. His reign was marked by wars, plagues, and personal losses, yet he remained steadfast in his Stoic principles. In his meditations, Marcus reflected on the importance of maintaining one's composure and integrity amidst chaos. He believed that adversity provides a platform to demonstrate our virtues, reminding us that true strength lies in our ability to remain virtuous regardless of external circumstances. These stories illustrate that adversity is not something to be feared, but embraced as a catalyst for growth. When faced with challenges, instead of succumbing to despair, use them as opportunities to reveal and refine your character. By adopting the Stoic mindset, you can transform difficulties into stepping stones for personal development. One practical way to apply this truth is by reframing how you perceive obstacles. Instead of viewing them as insurmountable barriers, see them as tests that reveal your true capabilities. This shift in perspective empowers you to face challenges with a proactive and resilient attitude. Another technique is to practice self-reflection during times of adversity. Assess how you respond to difficulties and identify areas for improvement. Ask yourself questions like, how can I grow from this experience? What virtues can I practice in this situation? This introspection helps you gain insights into your character and fosters continuous self-improvement. Remember, adversity is an inevitable part of life, but it also holds the potential to bring out the best in us. By embracing challenges with a Stoic mindset, you not only navigate difficulties with grace, but also build a stronger, more resilient character. So, the next time you encounter adversity, remind yourself of the stories of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Let their examples inspire you to thrive under pressure and use every challenge as an opportunity to reveal and enhance your true character. This practice not only aligns you with Stoic wisdom, but also empowers you to lead a life of resilience, integrity, and growth. The 16th heart truth involves overcoming fear. Practical steps from Stoic philosopher. Fear is a natural emotion, but according to Stoic philosophy, it can be managed and diminished through reason and practice. The Stoics believe that fear often stems from our perception of events rather than the events themselves. By changing how we perceive and respond to fear, we can reduce its impact on our lives. Epictetus, one of the key Stoic philosophers, taught that what frightens us is not the situation itself, but our judgment of it. He advised examining our fears logically and asking whether they are based on rational thoughts or irrational assumptions. For example, if you are afraid of public speaking, ask yourself what exactly you fear. Is it the judgment of others, the fear of making a mistake, or the uncertainty of how you will perform? By breaking down your fear into specific components, you can address each one more effectively. Another practical step is to practice voluntary discomfort, a concept advocated by Seneca. He suggested deliberately exposing yourself to minor discomforts to build resilience and reduce the power of fear. For instance, if you fear being cold, try taking a cold shower. If you fear rejection, practice putting yourself in situations where you might face minor rejections. These small acts of courage help you become more comfortable with discomfort, diminishing your overall fear. Marcus Aurelius also provided valuable insights on overcoming fear. In his meditations, he encouraged viewing fear as an opportunity for courage and growth. He suggested reminding ourselves that fear is a natural part of being human and that facing it with courage is a way to strengthen our character. By reframing fear as a challenge to be met rather than an obstacle to avoid, we can approach it with a more positive and proactive mindset. Mindfulness is another powerful tool in managing fear. By staying present and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment, we create a space between the stimulus and our response. This allows us to choose a more rational and calm approach to our fears. For example, if you feel fear rising before a significant event, practice deep breathing and focus on the present moment. Acknowledge your fear without letting it control you. Additionally, practicing gratitude can help shift your focus away from fear and towards what is positive in your life. By regularly reflecting on the things you are grateful for, you cultivate a mindset of abundance and reduce the hold that fear has on you. For instance, if you fear failure, Remind yourself of past successes and the support you have from loved ones. These reflections can bolster your confidence and diminish your fears. The Stoics also emphasize the importance of accepting what we cannot control. Many fears arise from uncertainties about the future, which is inherently unpredictable. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we can reduce the anxiety associated with uncertainty. For example, if you fear a potential job loss, instead of worrying about the uncertain future, focus on improving your skills, networking, and preparing for new opportunities. This proactive approach reduces fear and empowers you to take control of your life. Remember, overcoming fear is a process that requires practice and patience. By applying these practical steps from Stoic philosophers, you can gradually diminish your fears and cultivate a more courageous and resilient mindset. So, the next time you encounter fear, remind yourself of the wisdom of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. Break down your fears, practice voluntary discomfort, reframe challenges, stay mindful, and focus on what you can control. By doing so, you align yourself with the timeless teachings of Stoicism and empower yourself to lead a life of courage, peace, and fulfillment. The 17th hard truth involves understanding that life requires effort, the virtue of hard work and perseverance. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, emphasizing that meaningful accomplishments and personal growth come from consistent effort and determination. The Stoics believe that perseverance in the face of challenges is a key component of living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of hard work in his meditations, reminding himself to rise each day, ready to face and embrace whatever tasks lay ahead. He saw effort as a pathway to virtue and fulfillment, asserting that it is through persistent action that we find purpose and strength. One practical way to embody this truth is by setting clear, achievable goals and working diligently towards them. Break down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks and tackle them one at a time. This approach not only makes your goals feel more attainable, but also allows you to build momentum through small victories. For example, if you aim to improve your physical health, start with a commitment to exercise for 10 minutes a day and gradually increase your efforts. This steady progression helps cultivate a habit of perseverance and hard work. Another effective technique is to embrace a growth mindset. View challenges and setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as obstacles. When you encounter difficulties, remind yourself that effort and persistence are necessary for improvement. Instead of being discouraged by failures, use them as stepping stones to refine your approach and enhance your skills. For instance, if you face a professional setback, analyze what went wrong, learn from the experience, and persist in your efforts to succeed. The practice of self-discipline is also crucial in cultivating the virtue of hard work. By exercising control over your impulses and staying committed to your goals, you develop a strong sense of self-mastery. Establish routines that support your objectives, such as dedicating specific times for focused work and eliminating distractions. For example, create a daily schedule that prioritizes your most important tasks and stick to it consistently. This disciplined approach helps you maintain your effort and achieve long-term success. Additionally, seeking inspiration from role models can provide motivation and guidance on your journey. Reflect on the lives of individuals who exemplify perseverance and hard work, whether historical figures, mentors, or peers. Learn from their experiences and let their stories fuel your determination. For example, consider the perseverance of Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. His relentless effort is a testament to the power of perseverance. Another important aspect is to celebrate your progress and acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small. Recognizing your efforts and milestones can boost your motivation and reinforce your commitment to hard work. For example, keep a journal to document your progress and reflect on the stride you have made. This practice not only enhances your sense of accomplishment, but also encourages you to keep pushing forward. Remember, the virtue of hard work and perseverance is about embracing the effort required to achieve your goals and grow as an individual. It is through consistent action and unwavering determination that we unlock our true potential. So, the next time you face a challenging task or goal, remind yourself of the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Set clear goals, adopt a growth mindset, practice self-discipline, seek inspiration, and celebrate your progress. By embodying the virtue of hard work and perseverance, you align yourself with the timeless teachings of Stoicism and empower yourself to lead a life of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. The 18th hard truth involves accepting that acceptance is freedom, letting go of what you cannot change. This principle is central to Stoic philosophy, teaching that true freedom and peace come from embracing the things we cannot control. The Stoics believe that much of our suffering arises from resisting the inevitable and trying to change circumstances beyond our power. By learning to accept these things, we release ourselves from unnecessary stress and achieve a state of inner tranquility. Epictetus often spoke about the importance of distinguishing between what we can control and what we cannot. According to him, we have control over our own thoughts, actions, and responses, but not over external events or other people's behavior. This understanding allows us to focus our energy on what we can influence, rather than wasting it on futile efforts to alter the unalterable. One practical way to embrace this truth is by practicing the art of acceptance in your daily life. Whenever you encounter a situation that is beyond your control, remind yourself to let go of the urge to change it. Instead, focus on how you can respond to it in a way that aligns with your values and maintains your inner peace. For example, if you face a sudden change at work or a personal loss, acknowledge your feelings, but also accept that you cannot alter the reality of the situation. This shift in mindset helps you navigate life's uncertainties with grace and calm. Another effective technique is to use affirmations that reinforce acceptance. Phrases like, "I accept what I cannot change," or "I focus on what I can control," can be powerful reminders to let go of resistance. Repeating these affirmations regularly can help cement this Stoic principle in your mind, making it easier to practice acceptance when challenges arise. For example, start your day by reciting an affirmation that grounds you in the understanding of acceptance and focus on carrying that mindset throughout your interactions and tasks. Additionally, mindfulness meditation can be a valuable tool in cultivating acceptance. By practicing mindfulness, you train yourself to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment and to accept them as they are. This practice helps create a sense of detachment from external events, allowing you to respond with calmness and clarity. For instance, during a meditation session, focus on accepting your current state, whether it is calm or chaotic, and let go of any desire to change it. This regular practice can enhance your ability to accept life's ebbs and flows with equanimity. The practice of journaling can also aid in the process of acceptance. Take time each day to write about the things that are troubling you and reflect on whether they are within your control. This exercise helps you identify areas where acceptance is needed and reinforces your focus on what you can change. For example, list down your worries and categorize them into things you can control and things you cannot. This clarity can bring a sense of relief and guide your actions more effectively. Remember, acceptance is not about passive resignation, but about active recognition of reality. It empowers you to direct your energy towards meaningful actions rather than being consumed by frustration over the uncontrollable. By letting go of what you cannot change, you free yourself from the bondage of unnecessary stress and open the door to true freedom and inner peace. So, the next time you face a challenging situation, remind yourself of the wisdom of acceptance. Focus on what is within your power, let go of the rest, and experience the profound sense of liberation that comes with embracing this Stoic truth. By doing so, you align yourself with the timeless teachings of Stoicism and empower yourself to live a life of serenity, resilience, and fulfillment. In summary, these 18 hard Stoic truths provide timeless wisdom to help us navigate the complexity of life. First, understanding that life is suffering allows us to embrace and learn from adversity. Second, recognizing that we control nothing but our own mind empowers us to focus on our internal responses. Third, accepting that emotions are our own responsibility helps us master our emotional states. Fourth, coming to terms with the inevitability of death inspires us to live more fully. Fifth, recognizing that material wealth is fleeting shifts our focus to inner virtues. Sixth, expecting the worst prepares us for life's challenges, while seventh, understanding our insignificance in the universe brings peace. Eighth, remaining unaffected by others' judgment strengthens our self-worth. Ninth, committing to constant self-improvement drives personal growth. And 10th, embracing life's unpredictability with Amor Fati aids us in accepting our fate. 11th, understanding that actions define us emphasizes the importance of virtue. 12th, knowing that pain and pleasure are indifferent focuses us on our inner strengths. 13th, recognizing that anger is self-destructive encourages emotional management. 14th, cherishing relationships while they last reminds us of their transient nature. 15th, seeing adversity as a character revealer helps us thrive under pressure. 16th, overcoming fear through rational practice diminishes its power. 17th, embracing hard work and perseverance as the path to fulfillment. And finally, accepting that acceptance is freedom liberates us from unnecessary stress. Applying these Stoic principles daily can transform your life, making you more resilient, wise, and at peace. As you go about your journey, remember the powerful words of Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By integrating these truths into your life, you align yourself with the profound wisdom of Stoicism and pave the way for a life of serenity, resilience, and fulfillment. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Stoicism.